Everybody, what's going on? It's me, Captain Vibes. Today's We Live Action. You already know what it is. Here to bring you yet another Bleach chapter review this week. Now, yes, Bleach chapter 600. Finally, Bleach has made it to the 600th chapter, titled Snipe. Good job, Kubo. Good thing with Bleach. But let's cut to the chase, get down to the nitty gritty. This chapter, man, at some point, it actually started to annoy me. Now, let's take it back, from the top. Now, one thing about this chapter, it remained, the whole chapter remained in the Royal Palace. That I did like. But what I did not like was how the whole thing was just a fake. The whole thing from when Juha arrived there, with Uryu, Hashwoth, Star Knight W, his elite crew. It was the fake. And what annoyed me about that is it took away from the shock value, the suspense, the old damnness about the whole thing. And yes, for the ones who said it, yep, you were right. How Shitara isn't dead. We see that now. She isn't dead. You all were right. At first I was 50-50 about it. I was on the fence that she could be dead and that she could not be dead. And I was thinking like, well, maybe she isn't dead because we have yet to see her Zanpakuto, her Shikai, Bunkai, etc. And then I was thinking like, well, but you never know with Kubo because he would kill off a character like that without showing the abilities or yet alone giving a backstory. You got to give one or the other, if not both. So anyway, we see that the whole thing was a fake. Now, the one thing that really just got me going was like, damn, when she fell on the ground, you seen the pools of blood, and then Star Knight C, just took her body and just crumpled it up and rolled it up. It looked like he was just tear it all into it just to get it out the way, because Star Knight M told X-Axis, like, look, why, you made this mess, this isn't the path of your majesty, like, get this out the way, clean it up. But then when X-Axis took that sniper rifle, it started just straight sniping, destroying those cities. That right there, I'm like, damn, just one shot, pah, just straight sniping, one shot, 1, 2, 3, 4, just taking them all down. I was thinking like, see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm like, this is the type of thing I like. Villains just walk up in there, laying waste, one shot, taking her out, and then when I seen the whole city fall, I'm thinking like, it really makes sense. Now, if he can take down a whole city like that, of course he can just take her head off like that. But we see it was all a fake. And at that point, that's what annoyed me. I said, here we go with this Eisen stylish fake kind of Kuratown mess where it's just the whole fake. So this got me thinking. Korenji, was that a fake battle? The Wine, Star Knight W, was that a excuse me, was that a fake Shitara that killed him? Or was that the real Shitara? Because she clearly said the real entrance is on the other side. And we see Ichibe, he's just sitting there chilling with the big paintbrush coming out of his bag. And I'm thinking like, so is that the real Shitara or the fake Shitara that killed him? Probably the real one, but like I said, she said the entrance was on that side. So once the little illusionary flaps went up, we see these trees. Hikifune, apparently she made the trees. We see X-Axis, he goes to shoot the trees and they grow. And she goes on to explain like, look, your weapons are reishi based. It's just spirit weapons. So these trees absorb reishi just like the tree of life. The more they get hit with reishi based attacks, they just grow more and more and more. Naturally, not just attacks, they just feed off of reishi. She said, it's something that she created. It works in the same way as making ingredients which come from her, opposed to giving life and making food. And she sees she has the little tree sprout coming out of her hand is growing fruit, literally feeding off of her reishi. And if you shoot in between the trees, branches come out and just, absorb and block the shot. So it's like a big prison, a cage. Sort of like, damn, I forget his name. Kurji, the jail. Just like that, and they were trapped in there. So at this point, I'm starting to think like, wait a minute, so not only are they trapped, I'm thinking like, now what? But the part that made up for me, that made this chapter a whole lot better for me, was at the end. When Oetsu showed up, had this, like, looked like a see-through, clear glass tank on his back. When he had a Zanpakuto and he had water in it. And he takes out his Zanpakuto. He goes to represent himself, says, I'm the creator of the Zanpakuto. And he tells all of those elite Star Knights, the guards of Juha Bak, the master and father, the lord, the majesty of all Quincy's. He tells those guards, come all at me at once. I said, damn, my hypeness level went up for the next chapter. it went up so high. But with this being in chapter 600, you know, I was expecting a big color page or whatnot. We didn't see any new attacks or abilities. No new characters showed up, no things like that. But it's a good thing to know that now we see the Royal Guard, their appropriate opponents are apparently going to be the elite, you know, squad. Because I did wonder about the matchup. Okay, we got Juha, Uryu, and Hashwoth. You know, and clearly we have Ichibe, Hikafune, Korenji, Satoru, and Oetsu. That's 5. But yet we have 3 at first. You know, Juha, Hashwoth, and Uryu. Then he showed up with, then he brought in the Wine. So that's 4. So I'm still thinking like, you know, what's going on. But now we see, it looks like there's going to be appropriate matchup. Still seems like the Royal Guard is outmatched. But even so, they still have their Bunkai. And with things like that, they have all those tricks up their sleeves. Who else knows what Ichibe has up his sleeves? But it seems like he's staying posted, guarding the real interest of the Royal Guard. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I guess they actually prepped for this when they went down to the Serite, which I'm pretty sure when old man Yama got defeated, somehow they caught wind that they found out they rather since this Ryatsu disappeared or whatever. They went down there and they was like, damn, okay, we see what's going on. Then they went back up, they had to realize, okay, Juha Bach, he did this. We know of him. He did this, so any moment now he can make his way up here. So let's prepare for it. And I'm pretty sure that's what they did. But with them all being trapped in there, in that tree cage, I wonder if Korenji and the rest are going to step in. Maybe Ichibe, he's going to stay guard at the real entrance. But Korenji, Hikafune, and Satoru, you know, and Oetsu, those 4 are going to go against those 3. You know, wait a minute. Yeah, those 4. Those 4 against 4. Because Asuka Naklavar, he's in there. But yet, how big is that space, really? I mean, you're going to have 4 and 4. That's 8 characters up in there just doing everything. But it seems like this right here, they can't just get out. They can't blast their way through. And it's crazy because even Star Knight M was telling X-Axis, like, damn, isn't this odd? This was funny. You know, you're supposed to be the one who's supposed to be able to just shoot or pierce, do anything. But that's not the case with these Reishi trees. So overall, this chapter, to me, it was okay. It wasn't all that jaw-dropping amazing. Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. It was just if I give it a 1 out of 10, I'll say, what, a 7, you know. But next week, though, I'm expecting a lot. I rarely do this, but I'm putting my expectations high up there. Next week, what I want to see is a reveal of a new Zanpakuto with an ability. Someone get dealt some catastrophic damage. But out of all of them, out of those 4, out of Asuka Naklavar, Star Knight C, Star Knight M, and X-Axis, I want to see Star Knight C, X-Axis, and you know what? No, scratch that. I want them all. I want to see them all. You know, go to their final holy form, see all their abilities. I'm curious about all of them, especially Star Knight C and Asuka Naklavar. I'm curious about those 2 the most. The snipe, that's cool. And I'm gonna tell you something about snipers. In the gaming realm, you know, I hate snipers. I cannot stand snipers. From the Call of Duty to the Destiny, I cannot stand snipers. Now, I'll snipe a lot in Destiny, you know, but not in the Crucible. You know, for the ones who have Destiny, y'all know what that is. I don't do it in Crucible. I do it a lot through the campaign. But freaking this motivator, he's just straight quick scoping. And you see a lot of times he doesn't even aim down the sight. He just hold it from the hip and just shoot. That's some real skill right there. But damn. All in all, we know they're going to die. We all know they're going to die. But Kubo, please, let us at least see a final holy form. You know, a good explanation on the backstory, whatever. All right, because these elite guards for Juha Bach, I'm really liking them. I really am. But overall, I think the Royal Guard, one of them would take, if not a loss, someone will take a good amount of catastrophic damage, because I think the Royal Guard is just not going to go through like this unscathed. No, I don't see that. These elite guards of Juha Bach, they will put some type of hurting or challenge up to the Royal Guard. Yes, they are trapped in this tree cage, but hey, I do feel it won't just end right here. But who knows, Ichigo and friends, when they get up to the Royal Palace, how it's all going to fit in. But yeah, other than that, I wonder if Juha Bach, how he's going to try to interfere. Knowing him, he's just going to step back, sit back, and watch. Like, okay, you know, whatever. But yeah, it's me, Captain Vibes today. So give me your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Do you think Royal Guard will lose one of the members? Will they take any damage? Will they just go throughout this and just steamroll over the elite guards? Give me your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Again, thanks for watching. See you next week. Signing out.